Hey everyone, this is Duscalm aka Aesthetic Gamer, and welcome to Found Horror Game 11.x. I thank you for taking the time to buy and play this game, but before we begin I feel I should explain a few things and set up what you can expect to experience here. This is a horror game, so I recommend playing in the dark and with the lights off with headphones, first of all. Call it a horror ritual, if you will. People have to kind of allow themselves to be immersed. This game is actually 11 games, technically. They are from some old notebooks, VHS tapes, and cassettes I wrote and recorded stuff to in the late 90s and early 2000s. I got into game development when I was 10 when a friend named John introduced me to game development software at the time called Games Factory. These days, the more modern version goes by ClickTeam Fusion, I think. I spent so much time making dorky games that would never see the light of day. They weren't good, but they were fun to make, and when I wasn't making them, I was writing ideas in notebooks and recording with this cheap camera my dad got me for a previous Christmas. I recently remembered about these projects and went down memory lane when I found one of my old notebooks. Most of them weren't horror game ideas, in fact most were just fan games, as I used to be a huge scaredy cat. But I think I was also deep down interested in horror and dark, twisted things. Just, I was too scared to put the pieces together to realize it. I would have nightmares if anything that ended up scaring me too much. That shit would stick with me. I actually started getting inspired by my dreams, though, and eventually I stopped finding them scary and more inspirational, I guess. I guess I kind of just started venting this part of me I wasn't even really aware of, or maybe purposely ignored, into these ideas I would have. Anyways, I don't want to keep you guys waiting too long for the first game, so we'll get right into it. These games are recreations, not the original games I made and never finished. I made a few changes to them, such as replacing copyrighted content and such, to make it so I can sell this. I also thought it might be fun to make this into a community effort, so the next game will only be unlocked for everyone once some conditions are met in the game. There is a red circle, a blue triangle, and a yellow square hidden in each game. You often have to do something special to make these colored shapes appear. When you find them, and if no one else has found them, post them in the Steam community discussion board, because once I see that the red circle, blue triangle, and yellow square have all been found in the previous game, I will then unlock the next game. Just take a screen cap or a video for proof and post it. In some cases, I'll also ask for a phrase it says when you examine them. There's 11 games in total, and they'll be unlocked one by one as the colored shapes are found. I think that's about it. Well, also you can resize the window by clicking and dragging the sides of the screen, F12 to take a Steam screenshot, and F4 to switch between windowed and full screen mode. Okay, with all that said, let's get started with Game 1.
I'm so fucking bored right now. My phone's dead from watching videos. The other person that was assigned night shift bailed, and there's not even any customers tonight. God, this is such a drag. I guess the manager did say if I had any spare time tonight to do a few chores around here, and there's truly nothing better to do, so... Ugh, fine. I need to kill time anyways.
Hello. This is Solo Beth here. I have nobody around with me to bounce off of, so this may be very awkward. But, I wanted to do a lot of stuff in October. This being one of them, but I got depressed, and then sick, and then depressed again, and then I think I got sick again, and then depressed. It was just back and forth of getting sick and depressed for 2 months. I wanted to do this. At the end of October, I realized I couldn't do it in October, so I was like, okay, I'll do it in November. And then it didn't happen in November, but I'm here now, and I figured, hey, That's a good sign. Great. That's really great. Why is it doing that? It seems that the game's audio will just like get really bad sometimes. So that's going to be very fun to edit together so it doesn't do that. One thing to note is that this game in OBS, or maybe it's this game and just recording in general, do not get along very well. Which is great when I want to record it. So that'll be good. Anyways. I figured since I knew about this game, and a lot of other people do not, and in terms of preservation, there is not much on YouTube or anywhere that I know of about this game. Well, specifically this one, there is a good amount, but there are 11 games in this series, and this is probably the only one that is known to more than like 1,000 at a maximum people, because Markiplier played this one. So there's that. But I figured, hey, I have the game, nobody else is making videos on it, so I'll make videos on it. And since I'm in the mood, and I have been in the mood since October, I figured I'd make more horror videos this whole month, or at least try to. It's going to be one heck of an experience to try editing all of this. I've heard this song before. Anyways, more videos coming up. Hopefully later this month. I've got a ton of horror videos lined up. Well, not really, because I haven't recorded them. The current day is well, it's the 2nd now. Just to give you an idea of how long it'll take for me to edit this. Not really edit it, just get the will to edit it. But regardless, whether it be this month or the next month, there are videos coming. Most of them probably won't be this again, as in solo with me. It's maybe the only one that's just me, for all I know. But horror games, some Yick, some Y2K. I've got that game to play through, so you have that to look forward to. In massive quotation marks. That's enough about me. The interesting thing about this game, despite the creator saying that there's 11 of these, there's actually only 6. He didn't make the other 5 yet. He didn't make any of them when this first came out, actually. It was just this one. But you know, like, gotta hand it to the guy, I guess. He, I don't know. Not sure what he was thinking. Releasing just one and thinking he'd have enough time to make 11 more. But good for him. I know a bit about this game in particular. When it comes to secrets. Although I may still miss some things, like how I'm missing where this goddamn mop is. Might be in here. This video might be one of two things. It might be me giving up after wandering for about 2 hours, or it might be me showing off really all this game has to offer. So, editing Beth, you know, however far along you are in the future, Godspeed to you, because given the audio issues, this may not be very pleasant. One thing I will say is that, compared to the rest of the games that are out by now, this one might be the best. Which, given it's the only one most people know of, that may be for the best. Scary man. If I recall right, nothing really comes of that note. I'm not sure why it's there, or who either of those characters are, but they definitely are not in this game. Maybe they're in the other ones, for all I know. I've seen a lot of this game, and here I was thinking, oh, hey, I'll make this video, since I know a unnecessary amount of information about it. But now I'm starting to realize I don't remember as much as I thought. So we can think of this as a blind playthrough at this point. Just a precaution. I know a few things. Like how one of these bushes has something in it. Can't say I quite remember what it is, though. Ah! What do you know? Should note, there's a jump scare. I believe if you go directly right after exiting this main room. So, just prepare yourself for that to happen whenever I do that, because I sure am. Mop. Let's clean some puddles. I also intend to play the rest of these games, or at least the ones that are still, at least the ones that are out at the moment.
Who'd be calling this late at night? Hello? Who is this?
I see the sweet legs of yours are all out on display. I know you're alone.
That is none of your damn business. Now who is this? If you don't cut the crap and stop acting like a goddamn creep, I'm going to call the cops.
I kill you. I kill you. I so see it from you. If I come knocking, will you answer? What if I ask you to pop my dick?
Seriously, dude, you're creeping me the hell out. If you don't stop, I'm really gonna call the cops.
Would you notice me if I came naked? Nothing on at all. Would you notice me if I was covered in blood? Would you notice me if I lived down the back of your neck? Fucking notice me, bitch! I'm coming for you!
Jesus, some people are messed up in the head. I really do hate customer service. I need to think about getting a new job.
And yes, this still is the best one out of the ones that are released by now. Two, 5, 1, 3, 5. truthfully, I don't know how the developer expected anybody to find that. Unless that's it right there. That tiny, singular black pixel on the far, far left side of the screen. Strange, strange developer. We now have a lantern. I do have to say, the environment here is very nice. As somebody who lives in the middle of nowhere, I like it very much. I'd also like to point out the oxygen tanks for the tires.
Who did this? Is there someone else here? Even if it were some other employees playing a dumb prank on me, this has gone way too far. I want to get out of here. But of course I don't have a car and my phone is dead. I can't call anyone to pick me up. Stay calm, Ina. You just have to get through the rest of your shift, and then Carla will come and pick you up. I just have to make it to the end of my shift.
Something nefarious is brewing. It's getting uncomfortably close. All right. And now I try not to die. Huh. I wasn't aware that it could kill you there.
I look up to your eyebrows, which are starting to frown. And trees go passing by. I see leaves go passing by. I see the air seems so light. I don't believe them. And the trees go passing by. I see leaves go passing by. I see the air seems so light. I don't believe them. Take some advice from the train and get your life on track. 'Cause you know when I leave, I'm never coming back. I need someone who is steady and you're pretty slack. And that happy look upon your face is starting to crack like me. Like you, sitting still, it feels like moving on. Maybe I was wrong, like making it seem like you wanted me, sitting still.
And the game force closes. So, let's try to do a few things differently. Here we are again. We'll do everything a bit faster this time. Let's change our clothes. A whole 30 pixels have been recolored. How risque. How does this change the events that perspire? Either A, everything's done on timers, or I was simply fated to die. We'll see. I live, shockingly. Maybe it was simply my luscious legs. How could I forget? That bathroom key is somewhere, if I recall right. I may have just speedrun death. How unfortunate that is for me. No better time than the present to mop. Worrying noise. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Power has gone back out. Maybe this is the mark of my death. Power going out twice. The power is back on. The power is back off. And death waits for me right here. But he's still dead. Oh. So, I found out a few things. kudos to Stenblood on the Steam Guide forums. For making a guide on basically everything this game has to offer. Fuck that frozen stuff. I'm beginning to think that he, in fact, does not only spawn after 40 doors. Thanks a lot, game. Let's try this again. doing a cursory lowering of volume. Hey.
Your beauty deserves the beauty I owe. The time has come, and you're the secret lamb. But yet in a life so beautiful, courage so beautiful. I'm always watching.
Interesting thing to note. Despite it saying to be continued in Game 2, Game 2 actually has nothing to do with this game. Which is strange, to say the least. Just had to double check the recording. I did actually unlock something. I was just rushing too fast to see it. That's a bit of an issue. I need to get there. I'm also trying to figure out what kind of shape that is. I'm fairly positive that that's a trace of somebody just running with some sort of face on it. Guess I'll just go around. Oh.
Please, dear Heavenly Father, let this flesh quench me. Let it quench me. You're so beautiful, Lena. So beautiful. I'm going to show you what I did to the other girls. I want you to understand how precious you are. Why you're so much more than anyone else. Why no clothes deserve to conceal your beautiful skin. Why your blood quenches my thirst. But first, we must wait for you to awaken. I wonder if plucking out your precious nails will wake you up faster.
Well, that would appear to be all this game has to offer. There is, of course, the red, blue, and yellow objects to find, but to be honest, I'm not sure I care quite enough to find those. So I won't. That being said, this does mark the release of the first video in a October and December series of horror game playthroughs that I will hopefully follow through on. So you have that to look forward to. Or maybe you don't look forward to it. I'm not sure I would either. Goodbye.